Get ready, Star Wars fans, because just like Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano is coming to The Mandalorian. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button. Let's get right into this video. And the thumbnail title is not clickbait for this article because, as many of you know, quietly during all of the hype about Boba Fett, Timothy Olyphant, Cobb Vanth, and all the craziness that was happening late last week, quietly Disney confirmed that Rosario Dawson will be playing the live-action version of Ahsoka Tano. First, let's look at an email that went out to Apple TV customers a couple of days ago. Here it is, and it says here, Mando and the child embark on new action-packed adventures. The show that gave us Baby Yoda returns for another season of thrilling tales that add Western flavor to the Star Wars universe. When not facing fresh villains and appearing alongside guest stars like Rosario Dawson and Timothy Olyphant, bounty hunter Din Djarin strives to learn more about the little green one he's protecting. Okay, now that's just one piece of the puzzle. There's even more crazy stuff coming, guys, but this is pretty wild and not the first time this has happened, as there was a teaser trailer in a foreign country that was teasing much of the same, Timothy Olyphant and Rosario Dawson. For whatever reason, it really does appear that either at one time or maybe what we are going to see eventually down the line, they're going to be advertising Timothy Olyphant and Rosario Dawson's cameos specifically to get people to check out The Mandalorian. Now, this next I'm going to put up on the screen here. This is really interesting. It comes from an actual Disney Plus Hotstar premium account. Now, I looked into this, and Hotstar is a service in India that was owned by Fox. It merged to become a version of Disney Plus around the time of the Fox acquisition. But this is a totally legit thing, and they literally teased this here, showing you a picture of the animated version of Ahsoka, and it says here, what does Ahsoka Tano's live-action avatar look like? Rosario Dawson is set to play the famous Clone Wars Jedi. And so it seems like, you know, that it's possible here that what Lucasfilm will do is tease out Ahsoka coming, but not show us Ahsoka leading up to the episode. And this may be one of the promotional things that they put out there to people to literally get us excited to see what live-action Ahsoka will look like. Okay, so those are the new updates out there, but as we've been saying for some time, it's very clear that Rosario Dawson's going to be in the episode. I mean, not only is this talked about by so many reliable people, but when she was asked about it, Rosario Dawson literally said, that's not confirmed, but I can't wait until it is. And so what is the worst kept secret in all of fandom right now is yet again confirmed by Disney themselves, actually. Official Disney stuff leaking out and confirming it. So what does this mean? Well, let's first talk about the Boba Fett thing, because as excited as we all are about Boba being in the show, there's no guarantee that moving forward in the story, we're going to see him anytime soon or get those threads tied up relatively quickly. I'm hoping we get them in episode 2, but there's no guarantee. The episode could just move on and we could get the explanation of Boba being back done later, okay? And when it comes to Ahsoka, this is such an important point because we've talked a lot about her being in the show, her getting her own show in the future, and how she's going to be lighting up the screen, right? And we're going to see a ton of live-action Ahsoka. But I do think it's important to mention here that for Mandalorian Season 2, we're likely to only really see Ahsoka. She will be in one episode. We don't know exactly what she'll be doing in that episode, but it's just one episode, and I don't think she's going to make a huge impact on the episode. And there are other characters that she's likely to be with that will also probably just be in the background and kind of be almost more of an Easter egg or a cameo, much like Boba's cameo was at the end of episode 1. However, I do think there are some characters she'll be hanging out with which may take more of a center stage for the story of The Mandalorian. Mostly Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan and possibly Sabine as well. But I just want to try to warn everybody because, you know, I think people are starting to realize that a lot of these reports and rumors were actually true. The Boba Fett thing happening, the Cobb Vanth thing happening has sort of opened people's eyes to this, and they're like, oh, Ahsoka's really coming, and they're probably getting way too hyped up because I don't think she's really like coming in, taking over the show, getting both lightsabers out and whirling around fighting a bunch of people. Like, I don't think that's necessarily what's going to happen, but she's definitely coming. and she'll definitely play a big role in Star Wars moving forward. Now, the other side of this is all about the Filoni-Verse, okay? And this is a big thing we've been talking about here on the channel for a long time. This is the rumor and reports that Lucasfilm is developing a suite of shows that are all spinning out of The Mandalorian and Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars to create a bunch of shows that work together like the MCU. They're going to all tell their own stories, but all those stories will connect together to tell a big macro story. And then you might even see all of those stories link up at an endpoint and they all join together for either a movie or a big put together show or something like that. And yeah, the Filoni-Verse, I truly believe, is absolutely a thing, and they are setting that up in The Mandalorian Season 2, much like we thought. But again, it is so important to mention that for now, I think we're not going to get a ton of stuff, just teases, and then they will build upon it. But as far as Ahsoka is concerned, a lot of people want to know about Ezra Bridger. There are rumors, big time rumors, that Ezra Bridger will also be in The Mandalorian Season 2. If he is in the show, then that must take place after whatever journey Sabine and Ahsoka go on to go find him after the end of Rebels, where he and Thrawn go out into the unknown regions, okay? But here's where the possible Rebels sequel series could tie in. We've talked about the Rebels sequel series for a long time. There's this reported animated series which will focus on Sabine and Ahsoka as they search for Ezra. That is at least what the rumors suggest. Well, we haven't heard any updates about that in quite some time, but we still believe it is totally a thing. And so you may get an animated show which will be showing us what is happening with Ahsoka as they go find Ezra Bridger. You will get a live-action Ezra Bridger tease in The Mandalorian with Ahsoka showing you that he's alive, and that at the end of whatever this animated show is going to be, they eventually find him. And they're going to sort of backtrack and show us what that looks like. And then on top of that, I believe we will see a live action show with Ezra and Thrawn, maybe further explaining some events of the Rebels sequel series, or telling events in the future as Ezra is still connected to Thrawn and still having some kind of a story going on with him. Okay, I'm getting way too sweaty here. I'm getting way too sweaty for this video. Point being, ladies and gentlemen, there's a ton of really cool stuff that is happening in the future of Star Wars in these live action shows and potentially in some animated shows as well. And so I'm so excited that The Mandalorian is opening this up. I'm very excited to see Ahsoka, but it is important that we all keep our expectations curbed. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't the Ahsoka show, but there is an Ahsoka show coming. And so as Star Wars fans, I think we should get really excited. I was a huge fan of the Boba Fett stuff in episode 1. Can't wait for episode 2. And I think the Star Wars fandom is very united over Mandalorian, and hopefully will remain united over great quality that continues to come out from Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau on Disney+. And that's the news and my sweet speculation. I, of course, want to know what you think about this in the comment section below. And now let's shout out Elite Glorious. Yes, indeed, it was the video game Star Wars Galaxies where you also had to defeat a crate dragon for its pearl. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know what Jedi Master recruits Ahsoka into the Jedi Order. If you like this video, make sure you like it. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you thinking? You've got to be subscribed so you don't miss any videos. If you're enjoying the content over here, you will absolutely love the live streams we do straight from Nerdvengers Tower Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.